Last spring, it was just flowers. Petals delicately placed in glass vases. Sunlight streaming through linen curtains. Two figures, Guy and a quiet visionary, lost in the joy of arranging blooms in perfect harmony. It was calming, almost meditative. The photo that surfaced simply read, "Flower arranging with Guy last spring." It felt like an invitation to something gentle, a whisper of beauty. But now, a year later, that same voice returns, not with scissors and stems, but with a promise that raised more than a few eyebrows. "Just wait till you see what I've been cooking up this year." And just like that, curiosity bloomed. Was it literal? Was she now a chef? A designer of floral-themed recipes? Or was this something more abstract, an evolution of the artistry we glimpsed last year? Soon, fragments began to surface. A short clip of a sugar-petaled cake burning slowly, melting into itself. A photo of edible blooms scattered over a glass table shaped like a deconstructed greenhouse. No captions. No explanations. The speculation began. Some said it was simply aesthetic. Others saw patterns, messages, artistic statements buried under layers of color and composition. What if the food wasn't just food? What if it was a metaphor? You see, last year's flowers weren't arranged randomly. There was method in the madness. Symmetry that mirrored architectural blueprints. Color theory used to signal moods. A repetition of iris blooms symbolic in certain cultures of courage, transition, and dreams. This year, she wasn't trimming petals. She was plating them. Sources close to the project say this isn't your typical floral dinner party. It's a full sensory experience. 4 courses. 4 emotions. 4 seasons. Each plate represents a phase in the human story: awakening, hunger, surrender, rebirth. And on each dish, edible flowers bloom in curated chaos. They're not decorative, they're narrative. The controversy? She isn't explaining any of it. No interviews. No manifestos. Just one cryptic teaser and a trail of blooming breadcrumbs. To some, it's pure creativity, a merging of fine dining, floral art, and visual storytelling. To others, it's frustrating. Too vague. Too poetic. But to the growing number of followers watching closely, it's something far more radical. It's quiet resistance. In a world that moves fast, shouts loud, and demands clarity, here is someone choosing softness. Choosing stillness. Choosing mystery. Not to hide, but to challenge. Because what if art doesn't always need to be understood to be felt? And what if the most powerful messages aren't spoken, but plated? One thing's for certain, whatever she's cooking up this year, it's not just food. It's a statement. A fragrant, fleeting, edible manifesto, served without explanation, and savored without permission. And just like that, we wait. For the full reveal. For the next clue. For the bloom after the silence. Because if last spring was just the beginning, this year might just be the. It happened quietly, no press release, no red carpet, not even a confirmed address. Just a photo. A long wooden table set for 10. No plates. Just linen napkins folded into lotus shapes. Above the table, a chandelier of dried lavender and preserved violets hung like a memory that refused to fade. The caption? It was never about the meal. And suddenly, the guessing game changed. For weeks, people had been trying to decode what this artist was cooking up. Food blogs speculated a supper club launch. Art critics assumed a performance piece involving edible blooms. Designers claimed it was all a branding stunt. But now, it looked like it had never been about food at all. That table, with its untouched napkins, with its ghostly absence of cutlery, wasn't meant to feed. It was meant to say something. Something wordless, yet loud. And those who saw it, they began to feel it. Was it about hunger? Not for meals, but for connection? Was it about rituals? The ones we go through, the ones we abandon? Or was it a dare? A statement that asked, would you still come to the table, even if nothing was served?